great state of Illinois, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the second city of Chicago. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be our visitors taking on our home team. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. His guys got the season started on a high note, a home victory in the opener. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys, on the other hand, weren't as fortunate in the opener, so they'll look for their first win here at home in week 2. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be let out by their 8th-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And a glance here at the veteran who will be leading them now in his 8th year in the NFL.
I loved our discussion this week. You know, we had our weekly phone call to talk about our game coming up. And we had to reflect on the fact that he won the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award last week, yet his team lost. You don't see that very often.
No, I know a lot of people dislike that, but when you look at the numbers across the conference from last week, he was clearly the best. So I say the award goes to him, and it did.
Yeah, I agree with you totally. He was so good, they just couldn't ignore him.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. This will wind up a loss on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Number 88. A gain of 4. And it's
on 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of the game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. When you look at this defense, this unit very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. A busy first quarter. His third catch of the afternoon is a first down.
10 at the 48-yard line.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from the 3 and out. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that will bring up second down.
It's second and 8. At the 46.
Again, they'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
That's good for a first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on first and 10. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
It's a loss of
2 yards the loss, second and 12. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
No gain on the play.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
At the 10-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight ahead.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And his guys have taken a first quarter lead. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Our home team 7.
A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, he shifts past him. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Chicago offense set to get started. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Now a play fake here on first down. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
Intended for number 87. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for Chicago. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd
and the tight end goes in motion left. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Here's 3rd and 3.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Brings up
back to throw here. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
It's now 4th down.
And on now is the punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Yikes. Terrible kick, headed straight for the sidelines.
They'll take over.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
36-yard line.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And some room to run now. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper. Hey, look at this defense. They come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. There's some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this done.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
2-yard gain.
Great job of tackling there to prevent the 1st down.
One of the toughest skills in football, open field tackling. A lot of times one-on-one against a shifty receiver. He got it done in a nice way that time.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Then he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. They'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Quick hitter here is complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 22-yard line.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. 1 yard is the gain. And that leads to a Chicago first down.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
So on 4th down here, Mike Tomlin says, let's just get 3. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is indeed good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Chicago offense set to get started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll drop the throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
At the 50-yard line.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a first down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Chicago.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
A gain of 15. First down, Chicago.
Now he'll try to run with this. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1-yard line.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as they have taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 14-10.
14. Our home team.
So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
23-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They're going to look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Breaks a tackle. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Number 37. It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
Now back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Incomplete. Intended
they bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for Chicago. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Good move at the 30. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here.
First down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll look to throw now on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Complete to number 81.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Now a 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Gain of 7. First down, Chicago.
They'll look to throw again. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
It's a gain of 14.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
First down, Chicago.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. As they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. So this offensive unit, you know, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And to the 43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line, that's where they'll take over. The Chicago offense set to get started. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover as they'll try to get some points here before halftime. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. And look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Number 89. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
On play action, they'll throw. He's got his man on the crossing route.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 9.
They'll look to throw here. To the sideline and incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Taken in at the 22. A 45-yard punt for there on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Back to throw now on 1st down. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling a gain of a yard. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 27-yard line.
Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon,
A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. This offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the 2nd half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the 1st half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. They'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
The tackle made at the 47.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
A gain of a yard on the play.
They'll set up to throw. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And his kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have you run into coaches when they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the 2 of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And the first down. A gain of 13 yards. First down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Boy, left that first defender grasping at air as he winds up getting a full 8 yards on that play. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 1. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
2nd and 7.
To number 88. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 15-yard line.
Back to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll set up a throw. And that will be incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead now 11, 24-13. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Win the rep, let's go right here.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
It's fourth down.
And on fourth down, is the punt team sending this one away. Good coverage there, holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. I've been to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They go play action here on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete.
It's a gain of 21.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
First down, Chicago.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now the first carry here for the running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Third and 9 here.
A gain of 1. Brings up third down and 9.
Him in stride. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on third down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stopped him short.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Looking to put a drive together. They'll look to throw here on first down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
1 yard gain.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
That's good.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
At the 31-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the fourth. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
12 at the 32-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Makes it 3rd and 1.
They'll try and sneak it here. Well, I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Only a yard on the sneak, not enough. And he's a few inches short for 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And this one is right through. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Back to throw here. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
3 plays
And they'll send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll take it at the 42. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Nice move. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a 1st down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Here's a 2nd and 8.
He's out of bounds at the 13-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Touchdown, Chicago. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone.
The offense will line up for a...
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further.
24.
I guess the coach looked at the two-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a three-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a two-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The Chicago offense set to get started. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. 2nd and 13. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Out. 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Taken down at the
Sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And 3rd and 1 now.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started.
Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
And that was just brute strength against brute strength, and defensive brute won out there.
We often talk about leverage in a game. Offensive line versus defensive line. Who can get lower and create some space? In this case, as you pointed out, the defensive line got it done.
And they went to the fullback dive, could not get the first. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
A gain of 2.
Here's 2nd and 8.
And he will find his man on the outside.
9 yards. That's good for a 1st down. A gain of 9 yards. 1st down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
1st down, Chicago.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
It's a
2nd down and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. From 13 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
But that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a two-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Our home team, 24.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a two-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
And that'll be incomplete.
Intended for number 89. Incomplete.
Second and 10.
Second and 10.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Brings up third down.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
And a first down.
He'll keep it himself.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
They're going to look to throw.
Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
8 yards to go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Gain of 18.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
First and 10 at the 30.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Second and 6 coming up.
They'll look to throw again.
Now he's going to step up and run.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Brings up third and
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's first and 10. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big third down.
He'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown! A 1-yard touchdown reception. And his guys have made this a one-score game now.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know, it
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So just over 90 seconds to play, and this would figure to be about as critical as it gets here. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3 and out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Out of bounds at the 42-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
They're going to run the jet sweep on 3rd down. But he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout.
It's 4th down.
As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. And that will keep this a 3-point game.
31.
Maybe an important 4th quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the posts. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
Back to throw.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
They'll come to the line. This is 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Back to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Intended for number 28. Incomplete. It's now
a little more than 40
10.
seconds to play. Now 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Here now, 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
He's back to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
1st and 10 at the 20.
And now he clocks it with 19 seconds remaining. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick here is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he'll be out of bounds after a gain of about 5. That stops the clock, but slow and steady won't win the race at this point.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Intended for his wideout. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
A big play here. Crowd on their feet. 3rd and 4.
They'll set up to throw. Here we go. This to avoid overtime. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout.
And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there. The 4 quarters couldn't decide things, so it's on to overtime here as the kick is away. And able to get this out to the 25.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
And they get the ball first here in this overtime period. Remember, even if they score a touchdown, it's not over. There's always a chance to go and score a touchdown the other way, but they can certainly get a leg up with a solid drive here.
This will be caught by his big wide receiver. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Moves back in, he moves back in.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now back to throw.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it is caught. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
At the 33-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down. Complete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Hands it off out of the gun. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he takes this down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
43 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
Down behind the line of scrimmage.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. Fourth down.
Just shy of the goal line. A gain of 4 yards. It's 4th and goal.
Back to throw. And this is a touchdown. Now, it's not over yet, but they draw first blood here in this overtime. The try here for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score.
That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told.
34.
And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Chicago offense set to get started. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swing.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Back to throw now on first down. And we're going to get this down to about the 37.
That's another first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll set up a throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Tackled back at the 40.
Back to throw again. In trouble, and he's taken down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Back to throw here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And as a result, possession switches hands. So it's a win for the home side, and it was all thanks to the play of their veteran quarterback.
Yeah, he really threw the ball well, didn't he? Well over 300 yards passing, hit on 3 touchdown passes, and he's delivering the ball in rhythm all game long.
So for Chicago, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.